Hi, Tina. Okay, I'm still working on the first person that I have, but I'll be with you. Alright, I'm back, guys. Paid readings are open. Please like the stream. Tina, if you're here, let me know if I'm sending this to your email, right? Hey, Anila Boo, how are you? Alright, I'm gonna get started on channel, so I'll be right with you guys. Well, I'm doing a private. I should say a private. Why aren't you typing? Girl, I'm gonna be writing another command letter today. I'm gonna be like, yo, that's crazy. Yo, that chat, them fucking command letters change the energy like within seconds, yo. Where is my pen? Alright, I want to get. Tonight, I'm definitely gonna sit down and do some more. Oh shit. Oh shit, yeah, it's what time is it over there? Alright, where is my pen? You said, oh shit. Yeah, he's still sleeping. Oh my god. Yeah, Kaiser, if you read the chat, I just said the paid readings are open. Make sure you guys just read the chat when you come in. Because I am working on a reading right now, so. But yes, paid readings are open. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Make sure you guys like the stream. Whoever is in here, I don't know who's in here, but Hi, AJ. Okay, I'm working on a private channel, so I will update the list as soon as I'm done. Alright, IJ, you can go ahead and post. I'm just sending this out. I don't think Kaiser sent. Where is... Hey, Justin, I just saw that. Alright, so let's see. I got you right now, IJ. I just had to send that. Let me drink some water. I don't know what it is, but at nighttime I get like extremely thirsty. I got one. Okay, I'm gonna go out soon. Alright, so let's see. Hi, Gypsy. Alright. Okay, so it's IJ and then Gypsy got it. Alright, so IJ said, so I had another interesting dream featuring the misses. I can't fully remember. Gotta start writing them down. What was it trying to show me? Alright, let's see. What was this dream trying to tell IJ? Jess, can you do the list? It's IJ and then just Gypsy. What was this dream trying to tell IJ? What's this dream trying to tell IJ? And then can you add Kaiser? What was this dream trying to tell IJ? Alright, the Four of Earth. Yeah, I would definitely say try to remember some of it, some of your dreams, IJ, only because with context, I could probably give you better. With no context, I mean, I can only go off of like what the cards are saying. But let me just see more. The Two of Air, the Wheel of Fortune. This is about I'm getting something being stuck that then and then there's movement because the Wheel of Fortune always talks about change and movement, but I am getting with the Four Pentacles, stuck energy, Four Cups, stuck energy in your head. They're saying open your eyes to like endless possibilities, but then there's hard decisions here, like stalemate. But then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which talks about change. I feel like this is kind of going towards, if you had the dream of her, then I would say anything that's been kind of stuck with you guys, kind of moving forward. Things kind of moving at a pace, at a faster pace after being stuck for a while. Show me more. What was this? The Three of Earth. The Queen of Fire. I feel like this has to do with her being more of a team player when it comes to the connection. Putting in more effort as well herself, rather than always you being the one to kind of give effort, like put effort there. She's kind of like, she's coming up as the Queen of Fire, so she's definitely showing up as more confident, more graceful, more intelligent. Kind of trying not to underestimate herself, trying to like, I want to say spread her wings, and assert her independence while being in a connection, because that could be something that she is, maybe like she's kind of worried about losing her independence or losing herself to a connection. Again, I don't know if this has to do with your dream. I did ask about your dream, but I don't know why I don't feel connected to your dream, if that makes sense. So I just want to say that, like, I don't feel like I'm tapping into your dream. I feel like I would have needed a little bit more context on it, only because I feel like this is coming more from a place of where the connection is going, which I mean could have to do with the dream. I'm just saying that I don't feel connected to you, that I'm connected to your dream. But I feel like with the Magician, this is like, it's you. You're the magician. You're the one that has all the resources and the ability to manifest them. But I'm also getting that she is too. Like I said, I feel like she could have been at a place where maybe she got used to like situationships. So thinking about like a long-term commitment, like relationship, even though she says that's what she's wanted, I don't feel like she's actually giving the effort to her connections that showed that's what she was wanted, if that makes sense. If that makes sense to you, I don't think that she, even like I said, even if she has said like she wants commitment, that's what she looks forward to, I don't really think she's treated her relationships that way, because I do feel like she's kind of like been more like in her independence, like, focusing on business, and like love comes last, where now the dynamic changes with you. It's like, okay, I can put love first and still not lose myself. So I feel like she's also like coming in as the magician, because she's feeling like she can do both things. She doesn't have to just be a wife and then lose herself as far as like her business and who she is. She can do both is what I'm getting. Let's see. The Five of Earth. I do feel like there are still fears for her when it comes to finances, when it comes to, and I think this is natural for like an entrepreneur, to be honest, because I kind of get like this too. And like, I can say like, thank God, knock on wood, but I haven't had to like clock in to nobody's job. I haven't had to even think about it. The only thing that will make me think about it is when I need like pay stubs for something, but somebody has been helping me with putting my job in that. So like, putting my businesses in pay stubs. But that's I was just giving an example of like what could be going through her head and mind when it comes to, because this does have to do like feeling a little uncertain about self-employment. So I do feel like, because she knows that she will have to, in a relationship you have to put effort, right? So in a way, most people do lose little parts of themselves, maybe not everything, but you still do lose parts of yourself because now you have to give to someone else. But I feel like she's also looking into things, because I don't, does she have a practice, IJ? Or like, does she, I know that she does probably business with other people, so I feel like she could be looking into like getting maybe like an assistant. um like, I feel like she's at a place where she's like, you know what, I can accept help from others, or have like people that are like-minded, like have someone work directly under me, closely to me, that can, take some of the workload if I have to take time off. Because I feel like when she looks at herself like in a marriage and a commitment, she also doesn't want to be like working crazy hours, if that makes sense. So I am getting that too. Okay, yeah, so she could be looking for other people. Like, I want to say an assistant. This feels like an assistant to me. That, assistants take a lot of the workload off of you, to be honest. Like the Eight of Water, the Queen of Air. Um, yeah, you see, I'm getting like she's trying to move on from like her old beliefs. Um, and she's like right now, I feel like she's in the search, and this could be both of you, IJ. You're both in search for something more meaningful. Whether it's spiritual and emotional growth, whether it's financial growth, whether, I feel like it's more spiritual and emotional, which is like conscious awakening. I do feel like you both are in this place of like, with this desire, and I feel like you've been here, so I'm not surprised that she's mirroring you, a desire to move on from old patterns or being stuck, because remember, we started off with being stuck. So you both are kind of entering this phase, and I always say like, she's only entering the phase because of you, because she mirrors you. So she's entering this phase alongside of you, where it's like, where I'm not gonna hold back anymore, or again, seeing things from different perspective that can help her not feel so stuck, or like not feel so limited, is what I'm gonna say. Feeling limited is the problem here. And then you have the Ten of Earth. So yeah, it has a lot to do with business and money. You both are going to be entering a phase where business and money is going to flow in a lot better, a lot easier, a lot faster. She's also, I'm getting, again, this is also too about clearing things that no longer serve you. So this is where both of you are at. Letting go of things that no longer serve. The Ten of Pentacles, again, this is a card of a happy family, while also having financial security, which is what I was getting to up here. Almost like finding magic in the little things. So if you both are worried about big things, you're gonna come out of that phase and kind of like enjoy what you have now, while still bringing in bigger things. The Ace of Water is here. This talks about a new home, but it also talks about like being in love, or at least like having some reassurance from the relationship of the partner. And you know what, IJ, this goes to your, this room just reminded me, oh, I just got chills, of your Lenormand. Remember how I said like, you're gonna you're gonna be seeing, she might be posting things that give you a reassurance that, there's no one else in the picture. I'm definitely getting that, because you guys, again, there's spiritual growth here, for sure. You have the Page of Air with the Queen, with the King of Fire. So you have the King and Queen here, and I feel like there's there's gonna be you're needing to continue to focus on your big vision. Continue to be the leader here because she follows you, okay? So she mirrors you. You inspire her. And when I say this, I mean energetically. You know me. Like I'm not saying you don't do anything in the 3D, but don't overdo things in the 3D because you might not get a lot of change. You want to make sure that you're focused internally while you're changing that. Because I see you, yeah, you're the driving force here with this page of air. You're the one that's more curious, I would say, or more open to change than she is. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like too, like both of you are gonna be dealing with like any challenges that come up in a more subtle, like a more settled way rather than being too impulsive or like worrying too much. We're kind of being more calm than reactive. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna get that reassurance thing is coming up again. Yeah, keep holding because that the King of Fire is the King of Wands, and the King of Wands, like when he has, that's why I like the King of Wands because he's the visionary. He's the I don't even know where people got that he was a player because I've never, and I studied different ways of reading tarot. I've never ever heard some, like ever read on it when I researched it, nothing about the King of Wands being a player ever. That was some fucking YouTube thing because I've never in my life have ever heard it used that way. And I've talked to spiritual people, like I have my own spiritual, like, you know, guidance, like my own spiritual counselor, and even she was like, what, who the hell said that? I'm like, yeah, it's used a lot on YouTube. But yeah, to me, the King of Wands, going back to that, I just went on a little rant. He's the visionary. He sees the big picture. He's also the entrepreneur. So it's like you have to have a vision and you have to have a plan to be an entrepreneur. So yeah. Yeah, the what we're doing, yeah, that's gonna, it's a game changer is what I would say. um so yeah. All right, so next is Gypsy. Gypsy, you can go ahead and post. And thank you, IJ. All right, let's see. How is Libra feeling towards Gypsy? Let me use this deck. What are your current feelings towards Gypsy? How is the Libra feeling towards Gypsy? What are your current feelings? Oh. All right, we got the Two of Swords, the Four of Cups reversed. Wait, let me see. Let me get more. The Star. I feel like he's choosing to be hopeful. Yeah, I feel like he's choosing to be hopeful for the future. He's focused more on the future. I'm gonna get more, but I do see him more focused on the future than currently, than like being in a current energy. To me, this feels like someone who is still with this Two of Swords, a little bit like stuck, and not sure which way to go. But at the end of the day, he's kind of he's choosing a new outlook of like being hopeful rather than kind of thinking like things are completely done and over with. I do feel like he's kind of focused on trying to get more clarity on life in general, not just with you, just life in general. And I feel like as he does that, he starts to get more clarity on the connection with you. Yeah, see, the Five of Wands is here, though. Why is the Five of Wands there? The Magician. What is that? And the Queen of Pentacles. I just think with him, there's just something about him. He goes back and forth with the blame. So like he goes back and forth with like it was all his fault of why things are this way, or it was all your fault. Because there is part of him does blame you. Because I have the Magician and the Queen of Pentacles here. But this is when he gets in his head and starts to overthink. He gets confused, and this is why I feel like he's kind of choosing to be hopeful rather than be in his head and like kind of feel stuck. But see, like I feel like eventually he gets the clarity that he's looking for. So it's like I think there's still a little bit of residue of like where he goes back and forth on this, back and forth on whose fault it is, why you guys are not speaking. But with the justice, I feel like he it's like he's the truth is coming to light for him. Like the truth is being revealed to him. That came out sideways. I'm not taking that. The World card with the 4. See, like I feel like he's kind of choosing. I feel like the more he chooses to close out the chapter and then just start fresh with you, the better it is, rather than kind of going back and forth. Which I feel like that's where he's at right now. Because to me, the World card is the end of the journey, right? It starts with the Fool, ends with the World. So I do feel like it's almost like he's saying, you know what, like let me look at the bigger picture again. That 10 of Pentacles, look at life as a whole and see like what my actions have been, because I feel like he knows there's a pattern with, to me, I always say, for the most part, at least from like how I've studied people, how they treat themselves is how they treat others. How they treat even like their careers. If they're procrastinating on their careers, they're most likely procrastinating their whole life. So I feel like he's kind of noticing his own patterns as to why maybe not just the relationship with you, but with other people hasn't worked out. Because this could be even with family. I get like his relationship with family is not the best. He is definitely going within, because I have the High Priestess here. I just want to look. The King of Pentacles. Clarify this. I want to see what is the 4 of Wands. You still feel like home to him, so it's like you're still the only person that he feels comfortable with. Show me this 4 of Pentacles. I mean the 4 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. See, yeah, there's gonna be change. Look, with the Hierophant, you gotta have a lot of major arcanas here. The thing with him right now, I feel like he's going deeply within, and I feel like I've gotten this for him recently. Like he's not really focused on surface level stuff, Gypsy. So when we're asking about feelings, I'm gonna say the main theme when it comes to you is still positive and hopeful. Yeah, I feel like he's kind of like, it's almost like he knows he has the power, or like I wouldn't say the power, but like the tools to reconnect and kind of start fresh on a healthier level. But right now he is definitely going within. It's almost like a spiritual transformation that's happening with him, because he's getting spiritual guidance. He's going through like he's like, fuck the noise, I need spiritual wisdom. So this feels like someone that's reaching out for guidance, for advice, but it's not with physical people. This could be through prayer. This could be like him just, you know, even meditating. Yeah, because a lot of this has to do with like a change of, I want to say a change of like his belief system. All right, show me more. Oh, he did. Yeah, that's what I'm. You see, look, you keep getting major arcanas. So something major is like when we get a lot of major arcanas like this. I don't know if other readers feel this way, but this is how I feel. Is because something really big is happening in the connection. Something really big is meant to happen, but it's like there's things that are going through transformation right now that is deeper than just like some surface level stuff. So, and that's where I feel like he's at, like again trying to gain new perspective of again, someone who I feel like he's procrastinated with a lot of things. I feel like even with career, even though I feel like it's come up for me a few times where he's focused on his career. I feel like he's also procrastinated on his career. And so now he's like, okay, this is what I want with this is what I want with that, this is what I want with that. How do I get to here? And like almost like planning things out. He's definitely keeping things to himself right now because I have with the High Priestess and the King of Pentacles, to me it's like he's not showing his hand. So you may not really see a lot of stuff from him, but just know he does think about you. And you are very much alive in his energy. Um yeah, see he's walking away from old patterns. And it has to do with, didn't I say with relationships? This has been his theme with relationships. He's he's getting like, again, guidance, because I feel like, again, he treats everybody the same. Look, didn't I freaking say this guy is going through like major fucking transformation internally? I feel like he's falling back from a lot of people. Like, I don't feel like he's dealing with anyone. I don't feel like he's like talking to any women. Like, I don't think he's even like really possibly even interacting with friends and family as much, only when he needs to. Because I am getting someone that's very withdrawn and focusing on like his inner world. He's like in introspection right now. But with the Ace of Cups being here too, I do feel like he's the thing that he's hopeful for is a new beginning with you. So yeah, he's going through like something major here. He's gonna extend an olive branch. I feel even before he's like maybe even fully grounded, he's gonna extend an olive branch. Yeah, like the Lovers, the Nine of Wands reversed. So when it comes to you, I don't feel like he's guarded as he normally comes out. There's that card to me. This the Four Wands, the Four Pentacles. Sometimes can mean that they're guarded, but I'm getting more so he's holding on to you. The Lovers is here, and then he's choosing not to be so guarded. See, that Three of Wands is, again, that's, to me, that's a hopeful card, because to me the Three of Wands is like when you've already put all the work in and now you're just waiting to see the progress and the growth. So feeling more confident. Yeah, I just feel like he's feeling more confident about within self and how he can make things happen. And again, you see, like, it has to do with also finances. So yeah, that's coming up for him a lot right now. Like, a procrastinator who has let like just life go by. I don't know why, but that just reminded me of that commercial. What was that freaking commercial? That guy used to come on the TV and be like, you're just sitting there letting life go by. Right? Is it that? With the college? I know y'all gotta know what I'm talking about. The millennials. I don't know why I got that, but that's what this reminded me of. Cameron, that's the second time you told me that. Wait, what did I say? He allows doubt to rule his decisions, and I hate that. Yeah, he overthinks things. Exactly, yeah. I think for men it's a little bit harder because, look, the Eight of Pentacles, yeah, working hard towards being more committed. I think that his main theme is being more committed to self. This is the thing, when you lack like self discipline and self boundaries, you're gonna lack them with other people. So I think that this is something he knows. He's lacked a lot of like commitment to himself and his goals. So it's like, how can I be committed to someone if I'm not even committed to myself? Oh, the olive branch, yeah. So I feel like you will hear from, I feel like as he's going through this, he's gonna be more open and he'll just reach out. But he's definitely going through a major change. Yeah, I'm getting someone that's focused and being more dedicated. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that was helpful. He's going through major, like he has a lot. There was a lot of major arcanas out, and they were like a lot of the spiritual ones. You're welcome. Yeah, do that. All right, Kaiser, if you're here, please go ahead and post. And thank you, Gypsy. Yeah, I just said you can post, Kaiser. Do you want her current thoughts or her intentions? Well, you sent for one question. Okay. All right, no problems. All right, what are Erica's true current thoughts? What are your thoughts? You know what? I'm actually do this deck. What are your thoughts here? What are Erica's true thoughts when it comes to Kaiser? Okay. We have the Four of Air, the Ten of Air, the King of Air. I feel like she could be overthinking when it comes to you, or like thinking about you a lot, and she's trying to take a break from it. It may feel a little, I don't want to say heavy, like in a, like, ew, this is heavy, but more so like, oh my God, why am I thinking about him again? So I feel like she's been thinking about you a lot, and it almost feels like overwhelming to her. So she's like wanting to stop thinking so much. Yeah, like the Queen of Water. I feel like there's a lot of emotional tie to this. So I feel like because you're showing up a lot in her thoughts and dreams, this could be her dreams, like just at random times, she could be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. But as like the way she sees you, like her thoughts of you is like very, like she sees you as someone that's very confident, very balanced mentally and emotionally. Someone who's very straightforward, who is even loyal, truthful. The Queen of Water here lets me know there is she's trying to trust her intuition. She's trying to trust her intuition. So there is like loving feelings here too. Show me more. The Five of Air. Hi, Chasma. How are you? The Five of Air. Then yeah, see, there's a lot of air. There's a lot of air cards here, so I'm getting a lot of like thoughts going into like focus on you. I feel like with the Five of Air, she's trying. I want to actually clarify this. Give me a second. Clarify this Five of Air. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, I feel like she's trying to get out of her head. So I think with the Five of Air, it could be like a lot of like mental conflict when it comes to you. Like one minute she's feeling like her thoughts are very like aligned with yours, and then other times she feels very unbalanced, or she's kind of fighting an urge to possibly even speak here. But with the Wheel of Fortune, I do see things changing where she's calming more down. Um, Show me more. Yeah, like the Page of Wands. So definitely like an energy that's kind of like calming down is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it there. The Knight of Air is here, so I do feel like something is going to change, or at least she's thinking about this. I feel like there is going to be some type of resolution that comes from maybe her being quiet. Show me the Knight of Air. What are your thoughts here? Yeah, see? I feel like she's kind of fighting through some back and forth energy. I keep getting that with different cards. Like she's trying to remain grounded, because I think at least what I'm getting here is like her thoughts have been all over the place. Okay? Like you even have the Three of Air at the bottom. Show me more. Look, the Five of Fire. The Six of Water. Yeah, there's a back and forth. Kaiser. Yeah, she has a lot of like, I just feel like her thoughts are all over the place. And she finds balance, and then she goes right back to being chaotic in her thoughts. Look, yeah, the Four of Pentacles. See, I'm keep getting the same thing with different cards. She finds herself chaotic, and then so she becomes quiet. So I want to say right now, I think that when it comes to her thoughts, she's trying to remain balanced, and she's trying not to overthink. The Six of Water is here, so I feel like she could also be thinking about how she rejected things with you in the past, and how now she will have to put the work in. Yeah, look, to come together. Yeah, with the World. So it's all about accomplishing something here. So I do feel like again, I feel like what's causing a little bit of that back and forth is because she initially rejected you, and now she's had a change of heart. Let's see. The Wheel. The Six of Air. The Eight of Earth. Yeah, I feel like as time goes on, she becomes more calm. There will be a point, I don't know when, I'm not getting any like timing for you, but I feel like at some point she will stay more balanced in the energy of like making something happen, even if it is just to speak to you. But with the Six of Air, it's definitely about moving into calmer waters, leaving any negative thoughts or like difficult feelings behind. And I want to say like coming towards you. Yeah, right now you're being asked to just have patience. Like let her process let her process things how she wants to, and then just let her come towards you. Let's see, what are her intentions? What are Erica's intentions with Kaiser? The Hierophant, I'm sorry, the High Priestess. The Page of Cups, reverse. The Three of Swords. The Eight of Wands. I think right now she's going to choose distance before communication. Yeah, because I'm getting the queen, I'm sorry, the high priestess, she's usually very quiet. She doesn't show her hand. She doesn't make movement. She kind of processes things internally, listens to her inner voice. And even with this page of cups coming out reversed, I am getting her kind of holding back emotionally, maybe even feeling a bit blocked right now, energetically. But then that changes later down the road. What are your intentions? She wants to be fair and honest with you too, with the justice card. She doesn't want to like come in with like chaotic energy and then confuses you. The Ace of Cups is here, yeah. So I'm getting, this is, while she's in this energy, she's gonna stay quiet. But I feel like once she's out of it, she comes towards you with more openness. And I wanna say taking accountability for things that have happened in the past. But see, the Five of Swords is here again. Why is the Five of Swords here? The Knight of Pentacles with the Sun. I mean, this feels like her just moving slowly towards this Sun card, towards happiness, towards positivity, towards feeling more confident and actually speaking to you with truth, because I keep getting truth. So I feel like she may not have been completely honest with you in why she rejected your offer in the past, because I feel like she kind of gave signs that she was interested, and then but there was something going on that she wasn't honest with you about. This is, yeah, look, you see, I keep getting the past coming up. So I feel like there at that time when you came towards her, I don't know what her exact excuse was or like her reasoning, but I don't feel like that was the full truth. Show me the Six of Cups. I just want to say something. Yeah, look, she's gonna come when she's ready. Like, I feel like when she feels 100% confident that she can be open to something more stable and long term, she'll come towards you. I just think right now she is definitely gonna stay quiet. The Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Six of Swords. See, there's a lot of thinking and planning. I will say with the Ten of Swords here, I feel like if you did feel like any pain or like, because I feel like she felt it too. There's a sense of like collapse. Something collapsed here for her. That's the end. The tens are end, like the end to something. Why is the Seven of Cups here though? What is this? The King of Pentacles. I feel like she's also hoping that by the time she comes towards you that you'll be available. See, I feel like when you went towards her, I feel like she could have been involved with someone. Yeah, look, I feel like she could have been involved with someone. And I feel like that connection, whatever that was, could have just ended, or it was on the verge of things ending, but she didn't want to mix two. She didn't want to put you in that mix, is what I'm gonna say. The Wheel of Fortune. Look, didn't I say that? I think that either she had other options, Kaiser, if I'm being honest, either there were other options and she kind of chose the wrong one, or she was already involved with someone and either things were ending and she didn't want to bring you in the mix, or at the time she just didn't know that things were going to end with that person. But I'm getting there's a bit of regret for her past decisions when it came to you. So when it comes to her intentions towards you, I just feel like she does not want to come towards you until she's fully ready. Just because she does not want to cause that Ten of Swords again. So yeah, that's what I'm getting with that. I want to pull something, but so just give me a second. I want to pull another card from this other deck. Jess, you could do last call. We're about to close out. My bad. I meant to say it. But I would say let me just do Kaiser and then I'll decide from there. What does she want to say to Kaiser? Oh shit. That is too much. Oh my god, look. This is the one that flipped over. It says, no one else makes me feel the way you do, but I'll take that to the grave before I tell you. Hold on. I thought something else flipped, but no. Let me get... Oh my god. She must have a lot to say because my cards have not done this in a long time. Yeah, look, I need to free myself from fears and doubts. I'm a caged bird. And look, remember how I said she wonders if you're still available for her? I know that you may not feel for me as I feel for you. So I feel like she in her mind, she could think that maybe you've moved on, or she wonders if you have. And then I am distracting myself to avoid thinking of you, which is what I was getting. There's a lot of thinking. Look, oh my God, look at the other one. I feel overwhelmed. I'm drowning in my own thoughts. So this is why I feel like she's trying to like balance out her thoughts and her energy, like her emotions before she comes towards you. So that is what I have for you, Kaiser. And thank you, Kaiser. I hope that gives you clarity. Just, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. Just you could close it. Okay. Just you can post. Hi, Moon Goddess. How are you? You're welcome, Kaiser. Thank you. Make sure you guys like the stream, please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, read for this week. I'm gonna use this one. Read for this week for Jess. Damn, you haven't done a read for this week in a while. I just did one earlier. I haven't done one. Oh my god. Read for this week for Jess. The Seven of Fire. The Moon. I'm seeing you. Well, they're saying choose your battles wisely. This could be through your Etsy store. Maybe like there's gonna be someone who's gonna try to test boundaries. Because they're saying it's almost like defend your decisions and stand your ground is what I'm getting. With the Moon, I'm getting, this for me is that card of like, I see you releasing fears this week. And there's gonna be a lot of things unfolding in your favor behind the scenes. Show me more. Wait, I want to look something up real quick. I don't know why this came. Oh shit. They're focused on. So there's the Moon is Archangel Haniel. I want to see something. They're focused on that name. So let's see. Oh my God, girl. So Archangel Haniel is a significant figure in Jewish lore and angelology. What the fuck? I so tongue tied. Known as the grace of God or joy of God, associated with love, beauty, intuition, and harmony, linked to the planet Venus and the moon, often depicted as a feminine or as a feminine angel bringing joy and compassion, especially helping with self-love and emotional expression. So I feel like associated with love, joy, beauty, intuition, harmony, compassion, and divine feminine energy. Colors will be silver, pink, green colors, roses, sometimes a horn, roll. The roll is it guides people to find joy in God, fosters self-love, helps express emotions, and aids in creativity. So I feel like I feel like Rose or Jasmine Sons. I feel like this week is going to be a lot of like about self, right? And not just because we're doing that course, but you're going to be mainly focused because I've never researched these archangels, but for some reason they wanted me to, so I'm like, why? What's the meaning? I feel like you're gonna have a lot of harmony this week. Your intuition, which is literally like I've been getting that for you a lot lately. Like your intuition, like your psyche is gonna be very very elevated. And Yeah, like finding peace within self is what I'm getting to. Almost like I said, there's a lot of stuff working out in your favor behind the scenes that you may not see right now, but you will soon. The world is here. This is Archangel Michael. The world is here. Well, the world is always here to remind you that, like, you know, like I said, it's a completion, right? It's the completion card is like, but this is like spirit telling you, like, the path forward is gonna be full of enlightenment. So again, you're finding joy and contentment this week. I feel like you're kind of like, you're finishing all your tasks is what I'm getting. So like if you started with, like, let's say you started a new deck this week, you're gonna complete it. If normally you kind of drag your feet with it, no, like you're completing it. If you decided to like clean out your closet, you're gonna complete it in the same day. If you decided to, I don't know, like anything, any kind of task, any kind of projects, you're completing them this week. You're not letting anything linger to the next day or even the next week. That's too much. Like the 10 of Earth, money is definitely going to look good. And this is coming right under that card where I got your Etsy shop. So I want to say like money is going to come in a lot for you this week. I feel like you're going to see a lot more money than you're used to. At home, things feel good and happy. And I feel like you're gonna be experiencing things coming to fruition that almost feel, you may even be like, that shit felt like magic. Like that shit felt like almost like the impossible is happening this week, if that makes sense. You're also finding joy in the little things too. For this one, the Knight of Fire, you're definitely feeling very inspired and very self-assured. Yeah, a lot of money coming to you this week. And I feel like too, going back to like completing tasks, you're kind of like, you're feeling, I don't know, it's not a feeling of like, oh my God, if I don't get this done, like, oh my God, time is of the essence, like I gotta hurry up and get this done. It's not a worry, like it's not a worry feeling. It's more so like, okay, just like, you've been slacking, so just get this shit done is basically what I'm getting. Like you're gonna be in that energy this week. Let me clarify something with this Knight of Fire though. I want to get something else. The Devil, the Sun, the Three of Wands. Yeah, see, there's gonna be growth. I feel like your week is gonna be, I don't want to say consumed in your Etsy shop because I don't get that all the way, but I feel like you're definitely putting in more time and effort and maybe like adding more stuff, expanding. I do see you, yeah, look, the Queen of Wands. So you're feeling really, really, really good about your shop, your Etsy shop, because I see a lot of growth. So expect to have like new customers. I do see you spending quiet time alone, but not in a bad way. Yo, the Nine of Earth is also a card of like successful self-employment. So Six of Wands, the Magician. Yeah, you're gonna be spending some, I want to say like, I don't, like I said, not like oh my God, I'm so lonely. More so like you're spending time in calmness and peace. I see you kind of focus on your manifestations, putting more effort into them, and also feeling more inspired, more desire to get your manifestations going. Show me more. The Fool. You're also with this this Four of Cups being here. How have you been feeling about your friend circle? I don't know why I'm getting, you're going to be reevaluating. Why is she reevaluating this? The Tower. There's gonna be you're gonna be feeling a little uncertain about this friend group. Like, yeah, there's a, like, I don't want to say confusion, but you're definitely feeling a little uncertain about them. It's funny because the Two of Pentacles is like juggling, but I don't get juggling. I don't know why this is reminding me of that shrugging emoji, like the, oh well, like, I don't really care. Yeah, you see, like, you're showing up as like, yeah, I don't really want to be bothered. This could be just because you're focused more on your goals, is what I'm gonna say. Anything else with this? For this week. The Six of Cups is here. Is this, what is this? Also too, I feel like you and your person are gonna be in this energy of like having very like good thoughts. Okay, I'm seeing like good thoughts. So I'm seeing like you guys not really focused. Yo, what did I say? With the Ace of Swords, the King of Wands is here. The Two of Cups. Look, you both are gonna be like more in this energy of like in your feelings, but in a good way. Does that make sense? Like in your feelings, but like I'm feeling good. Like when I think of him, it feels good. My first thought of him is not distance or separation. It's more love. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. And I feel like he's going to be the same way too. Like first thought is going to be like loving memories rather than the BS. So that is what I have for you, Jess. I feel like there's going to be a lot of little things going on, but not nothing that like out of the ordinary. But then it's like I feel like there could be some things that come to fruition for you that do feel like, oh my God, this should really fucking happen. All right, Moon Goddess, you can let me know if you're here. All right, so let's see what's coming towards Moon Goddess. What's coming towards Moon Goddess? A glow up that turns heads. Increase confidence in yourself. I know that's right. You going on a holiday vacation with someone special to you. Recognition for your talents. The truth coming to light. Your ancestors are always protecting you. Watch out for their signs. You're being invited on a brunch date by a romantic interest. And look, that's right under the vacation with someone special. You have money opportunities coming your way. So this could be promotions, raises, gifts, or side income. Look, you going on a holiday or vacation with family or friends. Soul care, self-care, self-love. A creative project taken off. And financial security. So that is what I have for you, love. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.